It is mid-February, breeding season for humpback whales. Each winter some 1,500 humpbacks return here to the Bay of Samana and the northeast coast of the Dominican Republic in the Caribbean Sea. These humpback whales are tremendous travelers. This group spends summers feeding in the North Atlantic, off the coast of New England, Canada, and Greenland. Each winter, these humpbacks journey up to 3,000 miles south to their ancestral homeland here. The winter season for humpbacks is spent mating, birthing, and nursing in these welcoming, warm waters of the Caribbean. This is a busy and exciting time for humpbacks, as getting jiggy with it and family responsibilities are paramount. They aren't alone. Local fishermen try to carve out an existence here also. Amongst the excitement, eager eco-tourists can board a number of vessels here and try to live amongst the whales. If you are lucky and can see past the bearded man in front of you, and over the hatted man to your left, you are rewarded by a majestic view of these spectacular creatures. Aggressive male humpbacks tend to confront one another for mating rights here in the outer bay. Many of the acrobatics seen here are believed to be part of this battle. Competition is fierce as creepy males stalk any females in the area, exhibiting a variety of behaviors over several hours to establish dominance and the right to breed. Groups of up to 20 males gather around a single female, spitting game and cock-blocking one another. Contrary to popular belief, the spray from surfaced whales are not wet whale farts. In truth, when humpback whales surface, sensitive nerve endings around the openings of their two blowholes, their equivalent of nostrils, tell whales when it is safe to breathe. Humpbacks then begin respiration by ejecting a spout of warm, moist air from their lungs. This is one of their signature displays, and historically, one of their last. This amazing blow of breath, ironically, was often the last act for unlucky whales, whose blowhole theatrics were easily spotted by harpoon-wielding whaler lookouts. However, if the breathing cycle goes unimpeded, muscle contractions seal the blowholes, and the humpbacks dive, swimming in the ocean depths for up to 40 minutes without surfacing to breathe. These extended dives are possible because the whales have a high tolerance for carbon dioxide buildup and efficient blood circulation, which allows them to shut off oxygen supply to non-vital organs. C-cup-sized bumps on the surface of the whale's upper jaw hold stiff but sensitive hairs that pick up vibrations in the water. These bumps, called tubercles, provide whales with one of their principal senses. Humpback whales have long pectoral flippers on each side that are about 1/3 of their total body length. The scientific name for humpbacks is Megaptera novaeangeliae, meaning big wing from New England, in reference to these long flippers and their summertime home. The dorsal fin protrudes from the whale's back, serving as both a keel and a heat exchanger to regulate temperature. Humpbacks often stick it in the air, but just the tip to see how it feels. Humpbacks have adequate vision both above and below water. Their eyes are protected from salty irritation by a layer of an oily substance, so they cannot cry after traveling 3,000 miles only to watch their nemesis mating with their dream whale. Male humpbacks sing songs in haunting octaves that other whales can hear up to 20 miles away. Whales have no vocal cords, so they generate their song by forcing air through their nasal cavities, similar to rapper Lil Wayne, aka Wheezy F Baby. Humpback vocalizations are very diverse, and some songs sound like Chewbacca having his way with Princess Leia. An average 45-foot humpback whale carries about 1,000 pounds of barnacles on its back, enough to fill the bed of a pickup truck. As the winter ends, not all newborn calves survive their first northward migration. If they are lucky enough to avoid hazards, including large ships, orcas, commonly called killer whales, and enormous lost commercial fishing nets drifting in the currents, these young whales are rewarded with a bountiful feast. Each summer day, an adult whale can consume up to 3,000 pounds of krill and small schooling fish, including herring, salmon, and mackerel. They take large gulps through frightened or surprised schools of fish, filtering them through their gullet. They consume vast quantities in order to build up a 6 to 8 inch layer of fat and blubber, which they will live off of the following winter. Whalers of the past claimed to net an extra 10 barrels of oil from each fattened up humpback. Now that you know more about humpback whales, please consider the following. What makes humpback whales so easy for ecotourists to watch, unfortunately makes them easy targets for whalers. At least 200,000 humpbacks were taken in the 20th century, causing the population of humpback whales to rapidly decline by an estimated 90%. In 1966, the International Whaling Commission instituted a moratorium on whaling, and the current humpback population worldwide is recovering and believed to be at least 80,000, not counting addicts of Wendy's triple baconator burger with cheese. Several nations are already plotting and have already resumed whaling for humpbacks. We need to send the clear message that decadent whale penis leather seats for automobiles of opulent oligarchs is not acceptable. This majestic sea creature must be protected as an integral part of the marine ecosystem. You can make a difference. Go whale watching as often as possible. Make it a viable economic alternative to hunting whales for coastal communities. The authorities are hard at work protecting humpback whales, but they need our help.